Okay, I'll go ahead and add some brief commentary. Mostly I edited this and it's clips given what I think is enough time before, maybe after, when a bug or glitch happens. And during this one, you see it went and started the mission, got all the way through, defeated the bloodhound drone. Bagley says to jump into the river. However, on the mini-map and visually, you don't see the circle where the objective normally stays. We all four get down there, and nothing. Can't remember either. Yeah, I had to close it and restart it. This was a new one. I started as a private or friends only. I went through like I normally would. Each one of those servers you can shoot once, they get destroyed, and then you move on to the downloads. For an example, if for whatever reason you don't understand, you can look on my YouTube channel, Tiger Assassin, and there's a video that I put up under the title Watch Dogs Legion Dysfunction. And it shows everything working just fine. As you can see in this part, that I repeatedly shot that one server, and two of them ended up not being destroyed. One of them, you can see that I sat there and repeatedly shot at it until I restarted the mission. After I restarted the mission, it played properly. In fact, after restarting and replaying it, that was the one that I actually used in that other video I posted. I wasn't completely sure if any of the commentary audio that I may or may not have had on during these would come through. That's why I'm adding this extra. I'm pretty sure the rest of the video and the different clips will be pretty well straightforward and explained. They'll explain themselves. I'm gonna see if I can't fast forward through this for the commentary as well. gotta shoot it. Yeah, and in this next part, basically you'll see I started into the dangerous driving mission, and I attempted to swap characters, which you can see is unavailable. Once I noticed it, I already knew that I must have been under attack, and popped out, and sure enough, an example of what we generally call an auto-detect glitch, where for no reason you become detected and fall under attack. That guy there that was just standing there getting killed, that's what it looks like according to whoever loads in first. That guy was still looking at a load screen on his end. So by the time he actually gained control and was able to see what was happening and find out what was happening, he was bleeding out on the ground. Luckily I was there, I was able to revive him. Probably a good idea, this thing's glitched. And then I told him we should leave because of it. But that happens quite often. That's what it happens when you load in and you're already bleeding out. Because that little time where you're immune to damage, according to the game, when you spawn, that does not exist. It is false. You are not immune to damage for a period of time after you spawn, because before you can even spawn, you're already dead or bleeding out and dying. Alright, and this one, I basically showed a little short part at the beginning there where I loaded in after I left that last game that was glitched, and then I changed my character, and that's what you saw when I popped up there, and then I just fast forwarded it, basically fast forwarded it to get to where I would be driving, because nothing happened up until then. But as you can see, as I was driving up the street, didn't hit anybody. It wasn't any police cars or Albion cars or around. It was just driving right up the street, not in a restricted area, not even going fast, not driving crazy. You could see it, and then all of a sudden, boom! For some reason, a person behind a wall detected me for whatever reason, no clue. And that's kind of pretty much how it would go for a lot of those previous reports that I had turned in. Makes absolute sense. It hasn't been nowhere near as bad as that, because used to, and, it wouldn't matter. It still can happen. You can be shopping, trying to buy a t-shirt or something, or doing anything, and then all of a sudden you're being attacked. It'll still happen, but back then it was way worse, because you know, for a while there, I mean, I was facing, you know, 40 to 60 drones plus however many NPCs at a time that would come at me in mass. And the only thing I could do is try to run away, and they wouldn't stop the search. And just like this, it shows how there's nobody near me. There's nobody seeing me. There's no interaction happening. So the search should be over. It should end after a certain amount of time. It's the way it always does. However, it does not. And then all of a sudden, this character showed up. And
good thing this is on video, huh?
Pretty much ruined any more of the video. So that's pretty much the end, unless you just want to particularly watch why this weird no player versus player damage system that you have going on, Ubisoft has going on. It's just a bad idea, because as you can see, you know, I can't defend myself against this person. I can't, you know, fight back to them, right? However, unless I do it the same way they do, which there's a couple different ways that you can cause damage to another player. One is by getting in a vehicle and driving into them, or by hacking, causing a vehicle to drive into them, which also works really well with grenades. You can, you know, shoot or use grenades, which is faster, and blow up a vehicle that another player is in, and cause them to die and have to respawn, losing, you know, sending their operative to the hospital. You can do it with just grenades. You can't shoot directly at a person, but you can shoot as long as your crosshairs are off the side of them. So you can shoot grenades at the ground next to them, and you can end up killing them. So yes, there is, you know, what do you call it, allied damage or whatnot that you can make happen just by being creative. You can do it by hacking into drones and utilizing drones with the CT drone with the missiles, and shooting the missiles at them, blowing up the vehicles they're in, blowing up stuff next to them. You can machine and use those. But anyway, that's the end of it. That's the end of the video. That's the first one showing some glitches.